So it's only a matter of time before Lucid Motors file for bankruptcy. And I always say, in fact, everyone always says, this is a very well-known expression. If you are going to go bankrupt, it's always best to do so in beautiful, luxurious, opulent style, preferably with a very proper British accent. So in this video, which, believe it or not, is as much about Tesla as it is about Lucid, we're going to hold this company accountable, revisiting an investor presentation. A little bit of catnip for dullards on one end of the bell curve during the SPAC attack of mid-2021. What did Lucid say they were going to do? Were there any red flags? Any signs that we could have noticed ahead of time? Any indications that the value of this company's stock from peak insanity to current trough would collapse close to 90%? Page 11. Lucid were touting their energy storage system. Lucid Energy Storage System prototype testing progressing well, including integration tests with the solar panel installation at headquarters. Now, maybe I'm out of the loop. Has Lucid released their energy storage products yet? Or was this just a way to lure in dumbasses who thought Lucid were the next Tesla? Oh, look, they do storage as well. Oh, it's the next Tesla. I'm going to buy their stock. Just asking the question. I definitely don't know the answer. Lucid's mission statement. It almost sounds like they prompted an AI. Dear ChatGPT, please plagiarize Tesla's mission statement, but try to make it a little bit unique by adding a huge amount of unnecessary wankery, which may be indicated by that beautiful artwork. Copyright 2023 SMR. Lucid's mission is to inspire the adoption of sustainable transportation by creating the most captivating luxury electric vehicles centered around the human experience. Wank, wank, wank. This in and of itself was a huge red flag. What the fuck does this even mean? To inspire the So to not result in the adoption of, but to inspire by creating the most captivating luxury electric vehicles centered around the human experience. What the fuck? You know what this is? A gigantic fucking wank. That was a red flag. You know what Tesla's mission is? To accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. Very clear, concise, to the point. And clarity of direction and purpose is actually critically important. Next, page 15. Lucid, a leader in EV technologies, defines a new generation of EVs, wait for it, ushering in a new paradigm for the automotive industry. Now, this is a rather bold, in fact, kind of outrageous claim here. Ushering in a new paradigm for the automotive industry, huh? Geez, that's some big fucking talk. Let's hope they can walk the walk. Spoiler alert, a couple of years later, they have failed to do what they claimed they intended on doing. And it gets worse. Number one, legitimate track record. I mean, the fact that you even have to say legitimate, maybe they could have written proven track record. That just sounds like, hey guys, we're legitimate. It's going to be fine. Don't worry. Trust us. That's some Trevor Milton shit right there. Now, check this out. Management team with track record of helping to bring disruptive products to market, including the Tesla Model S and iPhone. Notice, management team, not manufacturing team. The hard part is the manufacturing part. No. Management team with track record. Cool story, bro. Another red flag. Number 4, established in-house manufacturing. Notice that this is the fourth, not the first point, the fourth point. And rather than emphasizing years and years of experience of manufacturing, we have in-house manufacturing with Arizona factories that are on track for start of production. Yep, sounds legitimate to me. By the way, you guys might notice the more casual style of this video. This is the kind of content you'll find exclusively over on Patreon and also on X Patreon. Almost 350 exclusive videos, including, funnily enough, many videos on Lucid themselves. Hey guys, not going to make it. A couple of years ago. Feel free to fact check me. And I'm very quickly building out an archive of exclusive content over on X as well. So if you'd like to subscribe on either platform and or just support the channel, click the links in the pinned comment. And then, of course, there's this one. Attractive valuation. Hi, are you dumb? You dumb? Great. Well, we're the next Tesla. Tesla stock's expensive. Our stock's not expensive. You should buy our stock. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Another extremely large red flag. Now, there was this page. Let's count the number of times a Tesla logo is featured on the page of their management team, led by Peter Rawlinson, former Tesla chief engineer of Model S. Well, that's great. So let's count them. Tesla, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Tesla logos, plus Tesla in the title here as well. Translation, are you a dumbass? You are? Great. Well, we're the next Tesla, buy our stock. Nothing could possibly go wrong. I mean, I take that all back. This wasn't the purpose of this page, to generate faux credibility, because they'd poached a few people from Tesla and therefore they're obviously going to succeed because production is easy. Now, I'd just like to read a quote here. Changing luxury market values. Post-luxury consumers increasingly seek brands that align with their values, brands that are more enlightened, informed, and inspired. As a leading EV brand, remember this is before they'd fucking produced a single vehicle, that offers sustainable luxury, performance, and advanced connectivity. Ready? Lucid is ideally positioned to address the wants and needs of a new generation of post-luxury consumers. What a gigantic fucking wank. Now, I'm not saying there's no such thing as a post-luxury consumer, but how large is the market for these supposed post-luxury consumers that Lucid are targeting? Well, given their horrendously low production and, more importantly, delivery numbers, the massive discounting, the emphasis on great financing at the moment, I think it turns out the market of post-luxury consumers may have been smaller than people realised. Lucid Air is pioneering post-luxury. Wank wank. Highly inappropriate graphics, by the way. Who would do such a thing? Post-luxury. It almost sounds like Lucid's target demographic was pompous wankers. Am I reading this wrong? Post-luxury. Increased expectations. We look past traditional definitions of luxury in order to appeal to customers who expect more than luxury. Yeah, that's right. More than luxury. Including brand values, experiences, and design without constraints. Fuck, man, I tell you what. Congratulations to whoever got paid to write this absolute fucking drivel. Lucid appeals to people who value purpose and meaning and who realize that the decisions they make have an impact. Okay. Lucid, post-luxury, aka we're better than all of the luxury automotive manufacturers. Buy our vehicles instead. Tesla, innovative, but not luxury. Now that's true. Spoiler alert. It's a much larger market for innovative, technologically advanced products than there is for luxury products. Just saying. There is a reason that Apple doesn't mass produce diamond-encrusted, gold-plated iPhones. One major innovation here from Lucid, the rear BJ seats. Wait, I think I mispronounced that. What are they called? The bench-style rear seat, providing an expansive space for 3 adults with class-leading legroom. Now, I'm not sure if this is actually available yet. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But they have featured an entire page dedicated to these extremely, incredibly amazing, innovative rear seats. And by the way, I get it. This is for the people who want to be chauffeured around by their driver, have a little bit of extra legroom in the back. That's their target market. But again, how many people are there out there who can afford to and would like to have this experience? Not that many. Efficiency is the ultimate measure of EV technology, and Lucid is the clear winner. Okay. Vehicle range, 517 plus miles on the Lucid Air. Wait, what's that little one mean? Lucid Air specs dependent on configuration. Data is based on projected EPA estimated range. EPA estimated ranges for Lucid vehicles are not available. Vehicles are in pre-production and specifications are subject to change. Call me crazy. I think we might have discovered yet another red flag. Why? Lucid is the clear winner. Keywords here, clear winner. Clear winner. Wait, but, geez, it might be a bit early to call the clear winner when we have caveat after caveat saying these are estimates and subject to change. Of course, you would hope that a company that are charging a significantly higher price than anything else in the marketplace would invest some of that extremely high purchase price in lighter weight, lower mass materials to eke out more range, a motor, an entire powertrain that's significantly more efficient. It should come with the territory. So let's have a look at this 517 miles range, because now it turns out that Lucid vehicles are no longer in pre-production, they're actually in production. Let's see if they've delivered on these specs. So just having a look now, obviously we're not going to be looking at the entry-level vehicle. That's not going to have quite the range we'd hoped for. By the way, congratulations to Lucid for their website working seamlessly. I'm assuming an image was meant to load there. Awkward. Must be the insane demand for their vehicles. Let's refresh this page. Maybe something's broken. Let's give them a fair chance. Let's try again. Wow, what year is it? A loading bar on a website? Jesus Christ. Still waiting, by the way. I'm not going to edit this out because I want you guys to see how long it takes for this website to load. And no, I'm not downloading a huge amount of content. There we go. Okay, so let's try and find that 517 plus miles of range they promised. Air Pure, 410 miles of range. Air Touring, 384. Air Grand Touring, Grand sounds better. 469 miles, nice. Grand Touring Performance, 446. Air Sapphire, 427. Okay, well, I mean, maybe there was a mythical product that's already sold out that had 517 plus miles of range, or maybe Lucid has failed to deliver on these specs, which is awkward, given the fact that they were claiming that they were the clear winner. Now, that being said, very impressive range on these vehicles still, and you'd hope so when you're paying $250,000 US. But now, Lucid's advanced technology has enabled long range and high performance to coexist. Other EVs have either range or performance, not both, and a much lower price tag. You'll note, Lucid is touting 500 plus mile range on both the Lucid Air Dream Edition and the Lucid Air Grand Touring. Now, if you guys recall, we just looked at the Grand Touring, which had a pretty impressive range of 469 miles. Still impressive, but Lucid had failed to deliver on this 500 plus mile promise. Lucky for Lucid, once again, vehicles are in pre-production and specifications are subject to change, which they sure did. Can someone tell me what year are we recording this video in? Let me check the date here. Oh, it's late August 2023. I see that Lucid will be releasing their Lucid Gravity SUV at the end of this year. They have 4 months left. Lucky for Lucid, note, timing and specifications of planned future models are subject to change. A reiteration that at the end of 2023, the Lucid Gravity will be in production. And here's the thing that really makes you scratch your head, wondering what the like actually. Lucid plans to start with high-end cars. Remember, post-luxury. Lucid's brand is post-luxury. Consumers that care about wank. Lucid plans to start with high-end cars, build the brand synonymous with luxury, and then manufacture progressively more affordable vehicles in higher volumes. Huge red flag. In fact, I called this out at the time. By the way, you guys may not have seen this, but I actually went through this presentation back in 2021. I pretty much anticipated exactly what would happen, and now this is part 2. A large dose of I called it again. Let's think about this, okay? If your goal as a company is to create a synonymous brand with luxury, as in our brand equals luxury, post-luxury, wank. Want to show everyone you're better than them? Buy our shit. If that's your goal, is to establish your brand, have a brand that is synonymous with luxury, yet you intend on manufacturing progressively more affordable vehicles in high volumes over time, these two goals are not compatible. In fact, they can be counterproductive. If Lucid ever achieved their goal, good luck with that, but if they ever did achieve their goal of mass producing much more affordable vehicles in high volumes, what message does this send to consumers about post-luxury, opulent, wank unicorn tears in the wiper fluid and woolly mammoth pubes stitching in the seats? These are contradictory goals. Another huge red flag. And again, remember Lucid's mission statement. I'm sure the people that came up with that enjoyed their circle jerk when putting all the word salad together. But these are incompatible goals. You're either luxury or you're not. Strategic lunacy. Huge red flag. Another page featuring information about Lucid's energy storage systems. Again, please let me know in the comments below if I've somehow missed the release of their energy storage products. Positioned to address the home, commercial and utility scale energy storage markets. I almost feel like this was an attempt to lure in dumbasses who were trying to find the next Tesla. How many red flags are we up to, guys? I've lost count. Lucid Air is equipped with an extensive sensor suite, high onboard computing power and backup systems for advanced autonomous driving functionality. With 32 sensors. That's right, 32. More is better. That's how it works. On board, the Lucid Air is expected to launch with the most comprehensive sensor suite among currently available production vehicles. Now, in case you don't know, it might appear like the more sensors, the bigger the flex. The reverse is true. The less sensors capable of doing the same things, the better, the more of a flex. If you need to absolutely encrust your vehicle with 32 independent sensors to get the job done that another vehicle could do with, let's say, 8 or 10 sensors, this isn't a flex. It's an own goal. Huge red flag. But hypothetically, let's just use an example that might be relevant to you guys. Imagine there's 2 people who create content on YouTube. The same amount of views every day or month or whatever. Same metrics, right? Same output. Yet one of these people brags about having 27 employees. What a brilliant business. 27 employees. We're the best for the same output that another YouTuber does on their own. No employees, just one person. You guys understand the point, right? It's not a flex to be bragging about inefficiency. And this is exactly what we see here. Oh God, just dude. Like, I'm gonna try. I really am gonna try here. This is aged like a fine bottle of milk. Tesla Supercharger Network versus Lucid strategy with electrify my asshole. Tesla Supercharger Network. First mover, perception of advantage. Looks like it's a first mover advantage. Having a comprehensive charging network everywhere on Earth that's convenient, fast, and always online. Yeah, that looks like it, that you perceive that as an advantage, but no, it's not. Let us tell you why that's not an advantage. Highly capital intensive. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, this is hilarious, by the way. Unique closed source system. It's now being adopted as a standard in the United States and elsewhere. And pretty much everyone is begging to access and will literally be implementing in their own vehicles, entering production beginning next year. Awkward. Versus Lucid Electrify My Asshole Partnership. The second mover advantage is a reality. That's right. You think that Tesla's charging network's an advantage, but no. Actually, let us tell you, Electrify My Asshole has the advantage. Now, it is true. It's a CapEx light solution. Use someone else's network, which is why everyone's now using Tesla's network. Electrify My Asshole sucks shit. Anyway, let's move on. But I mean, I can't believe they were trying to sell this as a positive. Come on. Manufacturing. Well, someone's done some graffiti here and written, is hard. Okay, thanks. I didn't know that. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for. I've saved the best till last. Market opportunity and financial outlook. Here are some numbers that will caveat with lots of, oh, well, they may not actually happen, so don't hold us accountable. Terms and conditions and caveats and warnings in very small font down the bottom. Please buy our stock because we're the next Tesla and nothing could possibly go wrong. And also don't read the thing that says things could go wrong and these may not actually happen. By 2030, Lucid anticipates a run rate production of 500,000 units or more. This, huge red flag. Now, it's a goal, but at the time this presentation dropped, Tesla was already at 500,000 units per year. Lucid was targeting the same run rate about a decade later. Oh, and by the way, this little yellow label that appeared on a few of these pages, starting here and continuing on, this wasn't in the original presentation. You can fact check me. I've got a video online where I recorded a walkthrough of this same thing, and this wasn't here. So let's read exactly what does this say. All Lucid projections are as of May 13th, 2021, and should be read in conjunction with the manufacturing/business update on slide 62. Not only did Lucid have a bunch of, well, shit might change, blah, 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 things down the bottom, but they've also now added this in to emphasize all these numbers. Well, we just pulled them out of our ass and they may not actually happen, so please don't sue us if it turns out that we said things that didn't happen and we kind of knew they wouldn't happen at the time, but you were dumb enough to think they would happen. Thank you. P.S. We're the next Tesla buy our stock. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Okay, my favorite slide in the entire presentation is this. Production volume and revenue forecast. Annual total deliveries in hundreds of thousands. In 2021, in mid-2021, Lucid told us that they expected to deliver 20,000 vehicles in 2022. And in 2023, 49,000, including 12,000 of their SUV, which is still yet to enter production. In addition, expecting to do $2.219 billion in revenue in 2022 and $5.532 billion in 2023. Well, guess what? 2022 is in the past now and we're most of the way through 2023. So how about an update? Let's hold these guys and girls accountable. Lucid produced 3,493 vehicles in Q4 2022 and 7,180 in the full year 2022, exceeding twice downwardly revised annual guidance. I like this little trick here too. So, in case you have a short memory, we just saw the presentation where Lucid, in mid-2021, were forecasting 20,000 deliveries in 2022. 20,000. Yep. They were lucky to get about 1/3 of the way there at just over 7,000, which conveniently exceeded annual guidance after it had been revised down multiple times. Nice trick there, Lucid. But don't worry. I'm sure that they'll bounce back because after all, the presentation told us they'll do 49,000 vehicle deliveries in 2023. I guess they'll easily make up for lost time, right? Here's an update from August 2023. Lucid reaffirmed the production guidance it provided in May when it said that it expected to produce over 10,000 vehicles in 2023. That's interesting, especially given the fact that they claimed they had more than 28,000 reservations for the Lucid Air back in February of 2023. Now, I'm not very good at math. That's why I'm a dumb YouTuber. You know, if I was any better at math, I'd probably be doing physics or something. Can somebody help me in the comments below? Let's say that Lucid exceeds 10,000 deliveries, maybe, although technically they're talking production. Let's not get into that because there's a big problem there. But if in 2021, in mid-2021, Lucid was telling everybody that they expected to deliver, not produce, deliver 20,000 vehicles, and the following year, 2023, this year, to deliver, not produce, deliver 49,000 vehicles. Yet now they're telling us over 10,000, which, I mean, technically 49,000 is over 10,000, but I think what they're really saying is we might get lucky to get to maybe 12,000. Is it just me, or let's call it, be generous, let's call it 12,000. Is 12,000 a lot less than 49,000, which they told us back in mid-2021 they do this year? And is 12,000 also less than 20,000, which they told us they do in 2022? Yes, the answer is yes. Spoiler alert, yes. Turns out production is hard. Of course, no one could possibly have seen this coming, and if you happen to see videos of me going through this very presentation back in 2021 saying there's no way this is going to happen, they don't believe this. I don't know why they're saying this. They're just trying to lure in dumbass investors. You imagined it, because that video definitely doesn't exist. Please don't go search on this YouTube channel for that very video. Let's see how revenue came in. After all, Lucid were telling us $2.219 billion in revenue in 2022. Over $5.5 billion in revenue in 2023. So again, I think you guys will have to help me out. Like I said, I'm really bad at math. Is $608.2 million of revenue less than $2.219 billion in revenue? I'm really bad at numbers. Sorry. You guys will have to just tell me. Sorry. I think it might be a little bit less. Maybe a quarter as much. Anyway, no one could have seen that coming. Total accident, right? Of course, they're definitely still on track for $5.53 billion of revenue for the full year of 2023, right? First quarter is $149 million. Great. Now let's find out how much the second quarter revenue is. Okay, $150.9 million. So like I said, I'm not very good at math, so let's use Google as a calculator here. So far, Lucid at $299.9 million of revenue for 2023. So they're targeting $5.532 billion. Let's see how much they've got left to do in the second half of the year. Okay, perfect. Looks like they're definitely on track. They only need to do another $5.232 billion of revenue in the second half of this year to achieve their goal for the full year of $5.532 billion. Jesus Christ, dude. Fuck. Oh, yeah, okay. To put this in context, I feel like I made a mistake. It can't be. Apparently, in the first half of the year, Lucid have achieved about 5.42% of their annual revenue goal in the first 50% of the year, meaning they're off by about a factor of 10. Holy shit. But in fairness, nobody could possibly have seen this coming, so let's move on. Oh my God, bro. Lucid also had some very convenient gross profit estimates, $34 million in 2022, over $1.1 billion in 2023, and all the way up to $5.28 billion in 2026. Anyone want to guess? I'm not even going to spoil this one. I just wanted to once again close basically where I started. Attractive valuation. Attractive entry valuation at a fraction of Tesla's current value because we're the next Tesla. What Tesla did was really easy. Elon Musk doesn't know what he's talking about when he says production is hard. We'll definitely hit all of our targets and you should buy our stock because nothing could possibly go wrong. I just scrolled past that page and this is the final page in their presentation. I don't think they meant to leave this in here. There's some alt text on this page that says anyone who buys our stock. Wonder what they mean by that. Now, as I mentioned earlier in this video, this was as much about Tesla as it was about Lucid. You see, what Tesla has done is climb multiple Mount Everests and make it look relatively easy, despite almost dying multiple times along the way. Tesla did the near impossible and made it look possible. Tesla now has credibility, a track record. When they say they intend on doing something, we must give them the benefit of the doubt because they've already done the impossible multiple times and come out the other end. Meanwhile, when another company comes out swinging, comparing themselves to Tesla, flaunting how many people working at that company used to work at Tesla, and putting outrageous, unrealistic goals for production, revenue, and so on in investor presentations, you should distrust, but verify. Assume they won't make it. Assume they'll fall catastrophically short. And if, on the odd chance, they stun you and actually pull it off, much like Tesla did, then you can begin maybe to give them the benefit of the doubt. But credibility must be earned. And this entire presentation from Lucid was an exercise in obvious, but of course they'll say, oh, it's not our fault, obvious deception, which again, it's totally not their fault that it didn't happen. And it's not like it was obvious they'd never hit these goals. And like I said, if you see videos years ago from people going, good luck with that, you fucking idiots, that ain't going to happen. They were just lucky because it wasn't clear at the time. Now, I do want every EV startup to be successful. And I hope that many do succeed, but hope is not a strategy. And unfortunately, for literally 100% of the people who purchased Lucid stock, based on what they'd seen in this investor presentation, the entire reason they bought the stock was based on hope. We're going to see a massive consolidation within the automotive industry in the coming years. EV startups and legacy automotive companies will be dropping like flies. There'll be very few survivors. Some key companies out of China will make it. Tesla will make it. There might be one or two exceptions from the legacy automotive world who somehow stunningly defy the odds. But it is a major mistake to assume that because Tesla did it, others can do the same thing. Even what may be the biggest success story in the EV startup world beyond Tesla, Rivian, a distant second place, are moving slower, are significantly less profitable than where Tesla was at the same stage in their life as a company. And if you made it this far, good, because the entire point of this video wasn't actually to talk about electric vehicles, because Tesla's already won that race. They've got an unassailable lead. It's a done fucking deal, and you guys can keep me accountable. Check back in 2030, 2035 and see what happened. Tesla will be the biggest automotive manufacturer by units sold on Earth by miles. No contest. And most of today's automotive companies won't be in business. But it's obvious that this is already done. It's going to take a while for things to play out, but it's happened already. It's just a matter of time. I'm not talking in hyperbole and absolutes for nothing. The point is, while people are still uncertain as to who's going to win the EV race, what companies will be in business, many companies and investors still thinking they'll be around in 2030 when they've got no hope. Investors seem to have entirely forgotten the value that Tesla will accrue the next 10, 20 plus years relative to the overall business. It's not their electric vehicles. It's autonomy, then the humanoid robot, then ultimately AGI. These opportunities will utterly dwarf anything Tesla's achieved to date. And while people are still unsure whether or not Tesla's won EVs, and if so, how much of a slice of the overall pie they're going to get, I'm here to tell you, they've won autonomy. And 10 years from now, when others have figured that out as well, I'll probably be here telling you they've won the humanoid robots and the race to create AGI, and saying that people will still take another 10 years to figure that out. When it comes to investing, having a long time perspective is so incredibly important. This is why I'm talking about 10, 20 plus years into the future. And this is why on Patreon, my Tesla fair valuation is provided for a 10-year window of time. Well, not 1 year, not 3 years, not 5 years, 10 years. So too, my Tesla valuation model that produces the fair valuations, formerly known as the price targets. And again, if you guys want to see this, check the link in the pinned comment to join Patreon. Fair valuation available to everyone. Valuation model to supporters at an investor level and above. I privately map this stuff out decades beyond that, but the level of uncertainty is so high that I don't publicly share this stuff because it's going to be so wrong, there's no point. But it's still worth going through the exercise. I think it's safe to say that if anyone who was considering purchasing Lucid stock had done some thinking, and I don't mean, they're the next Tesla, I mean actually thinking and trying to ascertain how difficult is production, how likely are these targets, they probably wouldn't have bought Lucid stock. Unfortunately, many people seem to have a strong aversion to thinking because it hurts, and or they just don't have enough energy, so they don't bother. In short, think first, invest later. Athletic Greens AG1 has given me a massive, meaningful boost in energy, allowing me to do a lot more every day, including using my brain more and using my body more. I highly recommend you guys and girls check it out. Athletic Greens AG1 is an excellent way to fill in nutritional gaps. It's got 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, and whole food source nutrients, plus prebiotics and probiotics and digestive enzymes and adaptogens to help you deal with stress. Plus, if you click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR, you can get yourself a 1-year free supply of vitamin D3 and K2. But don't take my word for it. Here's what some of you guys and girls have to say. AG1 has changed my life. I was, as you described, treating myself like a circus, ate like trash, rarely exercised, used alcohol as a stress crutch, cannabis also. AG1 is what gave me the kick in the ass, got me back to the gym, motivated me to do more for myself, family, my business, etc. Keep doing what you do. Now, I know there's some skeptics, the same kind of people who think Elon Musk is a fraud, reading this going, what do you thought? There's no way that's possible, bro. It must be a placebo effect. Believe it or not, this is a recurring theme. If you give your body everything it needs to feel and perform its best, including having a lot more energy, you'll need ways to use that energy. For me personally, that includes more exercise, moving my body more social activity, and more cognitively demanding tasks, including producing a ton of exclusive content over on Twitter and on Patreon, plus my daily YouTube uploads. The proof's in the pudding. On to another testimonial from a viewer of this channel. SMR, you asked me to provide feedback on AG1. Here it is. It has helped with mental acuity, stamina, and intestinal waste management. Can't read between the lines. It certainly helps with regularity and digestion. That's what the digestive enzymes are for. It has also dramatically reduced my cravings for sugar. You guys need to stop eating sugar. It's fucking poison. I'm 50, 5'9", and overweight, aka a fat motherfucker. I think that's a technical term for overweight, isn't it? Is it fat motherfucker or obese? I can't remember. I average 100 hours a week in the West Texas oil fields as a safety supervisor. Jesus Christ, dude. No wonder you're struggling to keep your weight under control. 100 hours a week. Brutal. It has helped me lose weight. It is not an appetite suppressant. It can help fat people suppress cravings, and motivation to be healthier is critical for changing your diet. Love you, brother. Again, this is a great point and something people really don't seem to grasp. If you have more energy, everything becomes easier. It's like turning on easy mode for life. A few years ago, before I was taking AG1, my health was trash. I was struggling to get through the day, had afternoon fatigue. The last thing I wanted to do was either use my brain or move my body. Didn't have the energy. Now, my biggest struggle every day is figuring out ways to use that energy. I'm exercising way more, doing a lot more with my friends and family, and of course, my work output has increased substantially. And you can fact check me. Check out the average length of my videos I was posting to YouTube 3 years ago. Need I say more? And one final testimonial. Love this one. Okay, here's the deal for me with this AG1 shit. I'm 41 years old and not the type to eat, drink, smoke, or sleep healthy, so I was skeptical. That being said, here's what I experienced. Day 1, meh. Day 2, afternoon fatigue was about 45 minutes late. Day 3, 0 afternoon fatigue. Day 4, 0 afternoon fatigue plus extra energy. Day 5, again, 0 afternoon fatigue plus energy, wondering, what the fuck, really? See, this is the thing, right? The results for many people are just almost too good to be true. This is the same experience I had. My afternoon fatigue just vanished out of nowhere. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Why am I not tired in the afternoons anymore? Surely, it's not that AG1 shit, is it? Turns out it was. Day 6 and 7, same thing. Day 8, same thing. Plus, I had the want to get things done around the house that I normally would slack off and not get done. Again, the point, extra energy, you'll need to use it, you'll find ways to use it. Day 9, 10, and 11, and today is day 12. I fucking love it. So however you managed to get me to buy it, I'm so glad you did. Thank you so much, SMR. It really changed me so far. Guys, this shit really works. Just try it. By the way, this is the reason I continue to relentlessly promote AG1. A lot of people get real fucking mad in the comments. Oh my God, snake oil salmon sold out. Oh my God, he's a scammer. This is fraud. But constantly, I'm pretty sure everyone making these comments is also currently short Tesla stock. I'm not particularly concerned about people having a negative perception, those folks suffering from small brain syndrome, still living in my bum's basement syndrome, etc., writing mean comments, claiming AG1's a scam or it doesn't work. I mean, bro, when I get feedback like this is what keeps me going. And remember, there is a 90-day money-back guarantee. There's nothing to lose here. Just try this stuff for a month, and if you don't get these results, get your money back. See, it's a literal no-brainer. It's an IQ test at this point in time. Testimonial after testimonial after testimonial like this. Get your money back if it doesn't work. Just try it for a month, and if it doesn't work, get your money back. Today's the day. It's finally time. Be like this guy who was a massive skeptic, but finally, after 1,000 promotions in a row, caved in, tried AG1, and has results like this. Head to drinkag1.com/SMR or click the link at the pinned comment, and please, let me know how you're feeling in a few weeks' time. Now, if you'll excuse me, time to put my extra energy to good use. I'll be recording some more exclusive content for Patreon and my Twitter subscribers. So click the links in the pinned comment. See you over on Twitter and or Patreon. And don't forget to grab your AG1. Love ya.